Hello students, we are going to continue in on our chapter 7 section 1 notes on South America's geography, and we left off at section 1.5 rainforest and climate change. So I am going to read here, let's see. Climate change and global warming are topics that are often in the news. In order to understand how these topics are connected to rainforests, it helps to understand the scientific process that keeps rainforests healthy. Rainforests are complex ecosystems. As you have read, thousands of different animals, birds, and insects live in the Amazon rainforest. Many unusual plants grow there too. Some of these plants are used to fight deadly diseases like malaria and cancer. So, first of all, we have rainforests are complex, and we're finishing the sentence here. And it's the very first sentence there that was read in that paragraph, that rainforests are complex ecosystems. And in that same paragraph, we also have the answers to this fill in the blank. Many plants from the rainforest are used to fight deadly diseases like, so we're looking for the names of 2 diseases, and that is right here at the very last part, malaria and cancer. So you probably know that cancer can come in tons of different forms, and it can have many different types of causes. Cancer, it can be environmental, it might be hereditary. There's lots of different things that can cause cancer. Malaria is a disease that oftentimes is passed through insects, like mosquitoes, for example. And malaria is also something that is more typically found in places like South America or Africa. So we're going to look now at how rainforests work. And again, we've got some fill in the blanks. So I'm just going to read through a process called transpiration. Plants and trees release water vapor into the air. As the water vapor rises, it cools, forming thick clouds that then produce rain. The warm air and moist soil support the growth of vegetation. In fact, trees grow so high and thick that sometimes sunlight does not reach the forest floor. Okay, I need to pause here for a second. Well, actually, we'll do this answer first, and then we'll go back. So plants and trees releasing water vapor into the air is called transpiration. As water vapor rises, it cools right here, causing thick clouds that then causes rain. So while you're doing that, we're going to actually add something else up here into our first one that we're going to put the definition of ecosystems, which I'm not sure if we did that before or not, and I'm not sure why I left it off of the notes, but we're going to include this in our answer. So when you're done typing in your fill in the blanks, you're going to come back up here. And an ecosystem is a place where plants and animals rely on environment to survive. And yours should fit in there pretty nicely, but I can only do so much with my space that I have here. So I'm going to try to make it fit. There we go. Okay, and so I'll give you a minute to get that put in there. And then on our next page, we're going to be again filling in the blanks for our answers. So I'm going to continue to read, and then we'll go to do the fill in the blank on the next slide. Plants in the Amazon rainforest perform an important function. They absorb greenhouse gases from Earth's atmosphere. A greenhouse gas is a gas that traps heat energy, warming the Earth. Burning fossil fuels such as coal and oil produces greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide. So we're going to go here. Okay, so by burning fossil fuels like oil and coal, we produce, let's see here. here we go. Greenhouse gases. So burning fuels like coal and oil produce greenhouse gases. Oops. Greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide. And then carbon dioxide, actually, I think it's in the next question. Yeah, or in the next paragraph. So too much carbon dioxide in the air causes the atmosphere to warm because it reflects heat energy back to the earth. Rainforest plants and trees naturally absorb this carbon dioxide from the air. In this way, rainforests help clean the earth's air. So it is going to produce heat. It's going to heat the earth. And then our next one is also going to be in the same paragraph, I believe. Let's see here. Actually, it's back up here in this paragraph. So the rainforest, here's where we're talking about the rainforest has an important function. They absorb greenhouse gases. So they naturally absorb greenhouse gases or carbon dioxide, and they move the heat back to the earth. So in this way, the rainforest helps clean, and that's down here, the rainforest helps clean Earth's air. And then our next heading here is changes in the rainforest. So I'm going to forward the slide here. And how much of the rainforest has been lost in the last 40 years? Since the mid-20th century, large sections of the Amazon rainforest have been cut down. In National Geographic, journalist Scott Walsh reported that 20% of the rainforest has been lost in the last 40 years. And that was reported in January of 2007. So, I mean, that's been a while, right? So who knows if it's worse now. Maybe it's not so bad because I think there's a lot more people now who are trying to prevent that kind of stuff from happening. So we have 20% has been lost in the last 40 years. I'm going to finish reading this part out and then we'll go on to the next. Widespread deforestation threatens the biodiversity of the Amazon. As more of the rainforest is lost, fewer trees and plants remain to produce moisture and cloud cover and to remove greenhouse gases from the air. These changes have a global impact. Okay? So we're going to look here at a global climate challenge. And is there scientific evidence that climate change has occurred? Changes in the Amazon rainforest are partly responsible for changes in climate identified by scientists. Climate change is a gradual shift in Earth's climate due to natural causes. In its history, Earth has undergone many climate changes. I'm just trying to decide if I want to read further here. I guess I will. Global warming, on the other hand, is a term used by some scientists to describe the rapid warming of the Earth's surface observed over the last century. They argue that the heavy use of fuels that release carbon dioxide contributes to rising temperatures. Since the beginning of the 20th century, the average temperature of the globe has risen 1.4 degrees. While that number might seem small, scientists acknowledge or recognize that a chance of even 1 or 2 degrees is cause for concern. Rapid changes in average temperature can destroy habitats and change ecosystems. Okay, so is there scientific evidence that climate change has occurred? From what we've read here, yes, there absolutely is. And we're going to include some of the details to explain why there is scientific evidence or what the scientific evidence is. I guess we'll put it that way. So yes, the average temperature of the globe has risen 1.4 degrees since the early 1900s. And again, that doesn't seem like a whole lot, but it can throw things off. It can throw off the balance of different ecosystems. So I sort of just answered the next question in that answer as well. What effect can rapid changes in average temperature cause? down here at the bottom, rapid changes and average temperature can destroy habitats and change ecosystems. So you, not sure in your notes, hold on one second. Okay, so in your notes, I put bullets in there. So you can put destroy habitats and then press enter and another bullet will show up for you, and then write change ecosystems. Okay, for our last question, what other continent did they mention in the book that is also facing similar challenges? So other continent, so besides South America is what we're talking about. So I will continue to read here that protecting the Amazon and other rainforests around the world is critical to the health of the planet. Many countries in South America are working to protect the Amazon rainforest. Across the Atlantic, countries in the African rainforests of the Congo River Basin face similar challenges. Leaders of Cameroon, Democratic Republic of Congo, Guinea, and Ghana are cooperating to manage sustainable forestry operations and to protect easily damaged wildlife habitats. So they list out different countries. Congo is a country, but it also has a river basin. Cameroon, Democratic Republic of Congo, Guinea, Ghana, those are countries in Africa, the African rainforest. So that's where they also mention. Okay, and then we have one final question here on your notes, and you have bullets also to put in your answer. What are the 3 subregions of Latin America? So I've been repeating these to you over and over. We've done 3 separate sections of notes on Latin America geography. Our first one was Mexico. Our second one was Central America and the Caribbean. And then our last one is South America. So Mexico, Central America, and Caribbean, and then South America. Those are our 3 subregions of Latin America. And we're gonna be learning a little bit more about the geography, locations of countries and some major landforms that we talked about, like the Andes Mountains, the Atacama Desert, the Amazon River. Those are some things that we're gonna focus on as well on in our next thing that we're going to be doing. So this is the end of our Chapter 7, Section 1 notes.